Hello students, welcome to Don Bosco PU College, Chitradurga, first PUC Biology Bridge course. So in the previous classes we discussed the a bridge course chapters like 1 digestion and absorption. Second one breathing and exchange of gases. And today we are going to discuss one more chapter in the human physiology called as body fluids and circulation. In this chapter we are going to study what is meant by a circulatory system, then different types of blood groups, blood clotting mechanism, then lymph circulatory pathway, human circulatory system, Vs of heart, vertical section of heart, functioning of heart, electrocardiogram, double circulation, origin and conduction of heart, types of heart, blood pressure, finally disorders of human heart. In high school level, you already studied the structure of human heart, how the human heart perform the function. Then how the human heart receives the impure blood and send the pure blood. So in PUC you are going to study in deep. In deep you are going to study the human circulatory system. So when come to the circulatory system, the circulatory system distributes the different type of nutrients as well as oxygen to all parts of the body. Then it collects the waste and harmful product from all parts of the body. Then not only it able to distribute the essential nutrients as well as oxygen, it also distribute the various hormones and other substances secreted by some glands. So in simple organisms like sponges and others circulates and others, water circulate from their surroundings through their body cavities and bring about the exchange of these substances. In complex organisms, special fluids within their bodies to transport such materials. Blood is the most commonly used body fluid by most of higher organisms including human beings. One more a body fluid called as a lymph is the another type of body fluid which also helps in the transport of certain substances. Okay. Yes. When come to the circulatory system, the circulatory system, the system which circulate or distribute essential nutrients as well as oxygen to all parts of the body is called as a circulatory system. This system also able to collect the waste and other harmful product from different parts of the body. The circulatory system constitute blood plasma, blood vessels and heart. Blood vessels, heart, three organs togetherly to form a circulatory system, perform the distribution and collection of some materials. When come to the first blood, blood is a special connective tissue that circulates in vascular system of man and other vertebrate consisting of fluid matrix called as a blood plasma. Then a formed elements nothing but the blood cells like WBC or BCs, red blood cells and white blood cells. Finally, the blood platelets. When come to the blood plasma, it is a liquid part of the blood. it this blood constituting nearly 55% of blood. 55% of blood. Then 90 to 92% of plasma is water and 6 to 8% of protein. The major proteins present in the blood plasma are fibrinogen, globulin, albumin. Fibrinogen helpful for blood clotting. Globulin involved in defense mechanism of the body. Albumin helps in osmotic balance of the body. When come to the formed elements like WBC and RBC, nothing but the blood cells. RBC, red blood cells or erythrocytes. There is a 5 to 5.5 million RBCs found per 1 cubic millimeter of the blood. This is a normal count. If the count is varies above this normal level or below this normal level, the person undergo different type of the blood diseases. Then the RBCs are produced in bone marrow in adult. Then the RBC is a red in color due to the presence of one pigment called as a hemoglobin. So the content of the hemoglobin in a normal adult person is healthy adult person is 12 to 16 gram per 100 ml of blood. The average lifespan of RBCs is 120 days, which are destroyed in spleen. Spleen is commonly known as graveyard RBC. Then second one, leukocytes or WBC. They are colorless because lack of hemoglobin. Then the leukocytes having different type of categories like granulocytes, agranulocyte. Granulocytes, the cytoplasm of the WBC presence of a granules, those we are called as granulocytes. The cytoplasm of the WBC which does not contain the granules, those we are called as agranulocytes. The granulocytes like neutrophils, basophils, eosinophils. Agranulocytes like lymphocytes, monocytes. The WBCs are commonly called as the soldiers of our body because they are able to fight or defend against the disease causing germ. But the RBCs, the major function is nothing but carrying of oxygen, transportation of oxygen. Then next thing, the third component called as a platelets or thrombocytes. These are produced from fragmentation of megakaryocytes. The blood normally contains 1,50,000 to 3,50,000 platelets per 1 cubic millimeter. So there is a thromboplastin required the initiating the blood clotting process. The thrombocytes major function nothing but the initiate the blood clotting process. When come to the blood groups. Blood group. The human blood groups can be distinguished into 4 types. They are A, B, AB and then O. Then O. This grouping is based on the surface of antigen present on the RBC. The ABO blood group was firstly identified by a scientist called Karl Landsteiner. ABO blood grouping based on the presence or absence of 2 surface antigen on the RBCs, namely A and B. The plasma of different individuals contains natural antibodies like A and B. In a mismatched transfusion of antigen of donor reacts with the antibody of the recipient to cause the reaction called as clumping or agglutination, blood clotting. So the 4 type of blood groups are A, B, then AB, lastly O. If the surface of the RBC presence of antigen A, such person blood group is called as A. In respect to against the antibody, B is present in the blood plasma. Likewise, if the person's RBC surface there is the presence of a B antigen, such person blood group is B, and with respect to the antibody A is present, opposite. If any surface of the RBCs presence of both A and B antigen, such person blood group is called as a AB, but there is no any antibody present in the plasma. Then lastly, blood group O. On the surface of RBC, there is no any type of antigen like A, B or AB. The absence of antigen present on the surface of RBC, such blood group we call as a O blood group. But in a plasma, there is a presence of a both antibody A and B. A and B. The person with blood group O has no antigen, hence he can donate blood anybody. That is we are called as a universal donor. The blood group O is commonly called as a universal donor because the blood group O can be donate the blood to all kinds of blood group A, B, AB, then O. The blood group AB is commonly called as universal recipient. Universal recipient means the AB blood group able to receive the all group of blood, but he can be donate only one group, that is called as a AB. Okay, just here see the possible blood transfusion to which group of blood. A blood group able to receive the blood from A and B, but the A blood group able to donate the blood groups like O and A. Then B blood group person able to receive the blood from B as well as AB, but such person able to donate the blood to the O then B. AB blood group person able to receive the AB blood group person able to receive the blood group AB. Okay, but able to donate able to the AB person blood group able to receive the blood O, A, B and AB, but able to donate only the AB. Then the person O blood group able to donate O, A, B, AB, all group of blood group, but able to receive only O. Only O. Okay. So the A person blood group, A blood group person able to donate. Okay, able to given the blood to O blood group as well as A blood group. Sorry, A blood group as well as AB blood group, but he can able to receive the both O as well as A. So the B blood group person able to donate the blood to B blood group as well as AB blood group, but able to receive only from the B as well as O. AB blood group can be receive all the type of blood groups like O, A, B and AB, but he can donate the blood to only AB. So that we are called as AB blood group is a universal recipient receive all group of blood, but the person can be donate only to the AB blood group. O blood group person can donate the blood O group, A group, B group, AB group persons. So that we are called as a universal donor, but he can receive only one type of blood is called as a O group. O group. This is called as a ABO blood grouping. ABO blood group. This is one more factor is there called as a RH grouping. In addition to the different blood group antigens like A and B, there is another type of antigen is present called as a RH antigen. It is observed on the surface of RBC of human beings. About 80% of human population contain RH antigen. RH antigen present on the RBCs The RH means rhesus monkey factor. Hence, it is called as a RH antigen, RH factor. Mismatching of RH factor may also leads to the clumping or destruction of RBCs in human beings. Therefore, during the blood transfusion, RH factor is also considered as an important factor. So, not only the blood group, so a person can be donate the blood to the A or AB, but he can receive the blood from O or A. If there is a mismatching of blood transfusion, the B blood group person able to transfer to the A blood group person, then what happens? The blood will be clump. The antigen antibody able to coagulate, then the blood will become, the person will be die. Not only we are going to consider the blood group, but also we are going to consider the RH factor. The RH factor we are going to designate as A positive, A negative, positive, negative. Positive means plus sign indicates nothing but the presence of RH antigen. Minus negative means the absence of RH antigen. So this RH factor, RH antigen is comes from our ancestors like apes, like monkeys. Okay, it is evolutionary factor. Then the role of RH factor in pregnancy. So, if the mismatching of RH factor may leads a different type of effect, especially in the pregnancy condition, it causes a disease called as erythroblastosis fetalis. That means RH negative woman marries with RH positive woman. In the first pregnancy, it will be normal. The second pregnancy, there may be one disease may be causes called as erythroblastosis fetalis or HDN, hemolytic disease in newborn. So in that condition, within the 72 hours, the doctors can be given the a injection called as a RhoGAM, RHOGAM, RhoGAM. That means gammoglobulin, gammoglobulin. Then, when come to the blood coagulation of blood or blood clotting process, injury to the blood vessels leads to loss of blood called hemorrhage. There is an intrinsic mechanism to stop hemorrhage is called hemostasis or coagulation of blood or blood clotting. Blood clotting is exactly defined as the blood maintains its liquid state as it remains in the blood vessels. If it is drawn out of the blood vessel, it thickens and eventually forms as a gel called as a blood clot or thrombus. The clot consists of network of insoluble protein fibers in which the cellular components of blood are trapped. The process of clotting of blood is called as a coagulation. So, the blood clotting, it is a dominant homeostatic defense. The clot is formed due to the conversion of plasma proteins called fibrinogen into insoluble fibrin thread. Clot formation is a vital mechanism that prevents the excessive loss of blood hemorrhage. The clotting process involves the various chemicals known as coagulation factors. It consists of vitamin K, calcium ions, chemical factors like 7, 9, 10. Then the blood clotting process we are going to understand by a theory called as a Best and Taylor theory. So the blood clotting process requires the first prothrombin. It is an unstable protein produced by liver and present in the blood plasma. Thrombokinase, it is a lipoprotein enzyme present in the tissue. Fibrinogen, it is a soluble protein produced by liver but present in the plasma. Calcium ion, it is an inorganic constituent present in the blood plasma. When come to the mechanism process, when there is an injury, the thrombokinase is released by the injured cells. The thrombokinase converts the prothrombin into thrombin in presence of calcium ions. Thrombin acts as soluble protein called fibrinogen to convert into insoluble fibrin threads. These fibrin threads entangle with the blood cells to form a clot called as a thrombus. thrombus. In this way, what happens? The blood will be able to clot. The last one, nothing but the a lymph. Last nothing but the lymph. The blood passing through the capillaries in tissue, some water along with many smaller water soluble substances and lymphocytes move out into the space between the cells of tissue. This fluid is called as a interstitial fluid or tissue fluid or lymph. The colorless blood, presence of only WBC, absence of RBC is called as a lymph. Then the lymph function is it helps for exchange of nutrients, gases, etc. between the blood and the body cells. The lymphocytes present in the lymph are responsible for immune responses of the body. Okay, this is about the a circulatory system in that blood group and blood clotting process. The next class we are going to in the next class we are going to study the human circulatory system. Before going to that, so here what happens? The circulatory system consists of blood vessels, heart. We in this class we complete the blood. Okay, and then there is one more component called as a blood vessels. There are three types of blood vessels are there. Blood vessels, these are the a narrow tube-like structure where the blood able to transfer, able to flow. Then the three types of blood vessels are there: arteries, vein, blood capillaries. Arteries, the blood vessels which carries the pure blood from heart to different parts of the body. Veins, these are the blood vessels which carry the impure blood from all parts of the body to heart. Blood capillaries, these are the blood vessels which are able to transport the essential, non-essential materials from blood to body cells. Okay, this is the last component is called as a heart. We are going to discuss in the next class. Thank you.